Welcome, welcome, welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope Community, a place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you bloom and or blossom. I am Jessica, a Reiki master and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. We are going to be removing negative thoughts from the psyche, so go ahead and get as comfortable as possible. And if you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe, to like, and most importantly to comment, because I answer each and every one of your comments. I love to get to know you. You know, sometimes I'm just staring into a camera and I want to know who's on the other side. And if you do choose to comment, I just ask that you comment for the highest vibrational good only, to keep this a safe community that everybody loves coming back to. And we are one of the nicest communities out here, okay? So welcome, welcome, welcome. And as we start all of our practice, we start with a prayer. It is a multi-faith prayer to connect us to our spiritual journey, and because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, let's do it. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good, please connect us to the Reiki Masters, the Ascended Masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Kutumi, Yemonja, Oshun, Mawu, and all the Taras. Please connect us to the archangels, ancestors, lineage, spirit guides, and spirit animals, all for our highest vibrational good, only rooting us down in our individual healing experience, connecting us as a community, and letting go of those negative thoughts from the psyche. And I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So you better let it be. Just let it be. Amen. Okay. So we're just going to go just with the aura. Now I'm going to attempt some Palo Santo today. And I'm choosing Palo Santo because Palo Santo is really, really good at removing negativity, at taking that energy out and really raising that vibration. So we're going to use that. I'm just letting it burn, y'all. I'm just trying to get a nice little sizzle to it. Okay. Good job. Now you can just gently follow that. I'm going to be doing some pulling, some plucking, some picking, all of that stuff to really remove from the third eye. Now, if you ever have something like a headache, it's actually really nice to go in and just pinch this area in between the brows. And the reason why is it helps physically the energetic process of bringing those energy out. Maybe it's too much thought. Sometimes it's a lot of times. It has to do with stagnant energy needing to move around and just giving yourself that possibility to do that. So I'm going to go to the third eye and burn it out. Okay. Just burning that energy out. Burning it out. Burning that out. Burning it out. Once you get this thing started, it really won't stop. It takes a long time, though. A good life lesson in momentum. You may feel like you got to do a lot of work to get it going, but once you get it going, it won't stop. Okay. So just following that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This makes me want to get up and just go sage my house. Gently following that. Now we're going to work on this from a macro view. So I don't want you to do no feeling. Do not feel any of these thoughts. I don't want you to bring it up in your senses. I want you to remain in your body, but I want you to connect to your higher self, your crown chakra, okay? And I want you to have that connection. And that's that place where any questions you have that you need answered, you can find that there. So connecting to your higher chakra, your crown chakra, by taking 3 deep breaths, saying thank you. Just give yourself gratitude. That'll get you there quicker too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Higher self, I'm connecting with you to share this moment of gratitude. So going in with the higher self, really feeling that illuminating in white. It can be golden light, it can be purple, all those things. Seventh chakra. Ask if you have your stones. You can use your stones. Place it on the top of your head. You can place it in your hands. Shout out to the comment who said one time when I was using the Palo Santo, it was like passing the blunt. I was like, what are they talking about? I was like, oh my God, it does look like that. That's hilarious. Sorry. Jumping back into what I was talking about, having that gratitude right there. Just go ahead and say, higher self, can you collect all of these negative thoughts within me, all of these things from my karmic past, even things that I would continue to manifest in my life if I didn't check it, if I didn't get rid of it? Can you compile all of these things together? And your higher self is like, yeah, boo, I got you. Give me a second and we're going to just, we're going to make this work. So going in, your higher self is removing everything in your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, your memories, your past, all of these things. Even the things that you would do if you just let yourself go on autopilot, it's going in, or you're going in. Your highest self is collecting all of this. Again, you are not feeling any of this. You are separated. Let it pull it from each part of your body. Let it pull it up from your head, your mind. Let it pull it up from your face, from all your chakras, from your shoulders, your arms, your core, your torso, your bottom, your legs, all the way down to your feet. Let it pull from that energy around you. Let it pull from the roots. Let it pull from that ancestral connection, that lineage, those things, those generational loyalties that may be toxic loyalties. You pull them from everything back to the source, to God, universe, and allowing only a golden light to replace it. Now, as you're bringing that forth, your higher self, we're going to start pulling it out. I'm going to go a little bit slower. Here's one. I'm going to put that over there. Here's two. Put that over there. Here's three. I love how no one said anything about the Tootsie Roll comment I made the last time. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Next one. Next one. Next one. Just allowing each thought to gently separate from you. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer a victim to a situation. You are no longer a victimizer if you happen to have been a bully a time or two. No longer. And bullies are usually just stemmed from people who are very insecure, who were victims themselves. So, you're no longer any of those things. I'm just going to take a bulk. Just pull it out. Your karma is being released and let go. Your old memories are dissolving. Kind of like you're just, reading a book, looking over someone else's life. You're like, that's not me. All of those past things that took up too much space, that no longer serves you. You are raising your energetic vibrations to be in the age of Aquarius. And this energy is the electricity which we have going through our body, as well as being able to control our internal energy. And some people think they can't control their internal energy. I have all this crazy stuff going on. You can't control that, but you can control how you react to things. And it takes a lot of work. It's not hard. It's very simple, but it takes a lot of willpower to be able to do that. Somebody come and piss you off and to be like, you know what? I'm not going to hold on to that thought. I'm actually going to go do something else. I'm not even going to pay attention to this person. Or if it's someone you have to pay attention to, it's like, you know what? I'm going to focus on whatever the real concern is here. I'm going to get to the end of that, and I'm going to work on keeping my energy as high as possible. They're having a horrible day, and they want to transfer that to me. I'm not going to let it happen. So working there too. and just letting go of these old ways, just all of that old stuff like sadness and anger and fear. Okay, you don't need it. You really don't. You don't. There's gonna be times where like you will be in danger, but like every day to feel anxious, every day to feel depressed, every day to feel like just like your energy is off kilter every day, that cannot be necessary. And it also is not helpful for when you actually are in danger, because you don't know, and your body is using up all of its chemical reserves, creating this inflammation in your body that's wearing your body out, causing long-term chronic illnesses. So release that. Working on that. I'm going to take that. That's from your childhood. That one too. You don't need them anymore. I'm going to take them because you try to pull them back. And I'm putting them in the camera. I'm putting them in the candle. You can't see the candle, but I'm putting them in the candle onto their next evolutionary path. Now, where do these negative thoughts come from? They come from you. There are some situations in which there's genetic things, and there's lineage, toxic loyalty lineage, and people offloading on you. But the magic thing here is that you have to receive it. And a lot of times people receive it because of this codependent energy thing. It's like it's actually, when you want to look at it, it's like you're trying to be compassionate, but it's the wrong thing to be compassionate about. It's very Scorpio energy, where the Scorpio will look at this very like deranged thing and be like, oh my gosh, there's beauty in it. And yes, there is beauty in it, but that doesn't mean that you have to put your life all the way, upside down in order to appreciate the beauty. You, in fact, can have a very happy and a very calm life and appreciate the beauty, and maybe something that you wouldn't typically think is there, or just understand that even if you see somebody who's a hater, like I mean literally a hater, and I usually feel like it's the haters are the people you know in your actual life. If you're experiencing somebody who's just like, why are you so pessimistic all the time? Just understand there's goodness inside of them, and they're just catching and floating onto an energy that they just cyclically do. The more you catch onto their energy, the more you will be into that. And sometimes people, in trying to connect with another person, will catch on to their energy, and then they'll see things from their side. It's like, yeah, you know what, that did suck, da 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 da. But really, that's not good. You want them to catch on to your energy. You want them to be less pessimistic. Okay, life is already hard. You don't have to complain about it. Really, I mean, really, like, how are you going to get through your life experiences if you're complaining? You're just gonna freak yourself out and make it worse. Like, I was getting some blood drawn, and I was thinking to myself, like, I don't really have a thing with needles, but who wants somebody to stick something in their arm? But I'm like, this literally is gonna last for a second, but I could straight up hype myself up to make this thing seem worse than what it is. Just let it happen. It happened. I was like, oh yeah, that hurts, and then I'm just done. I was like, wow. How many times do we make something worse on ourselves than it has to be? Taking that memory from your teenage years and putting that somewhere else. Now I'm going to pull out some of this adult stuff where we're really anchored into who we are. We are just kind of like this book of everything, every memory, every idea that we thought that we should be in order to control things, and really we're just kind of like a prisoner to who we were. And so let's create a new future here. We're going to create a new destiny here. So connecting back in to your higher self, I want you to ask your higher self to collect every little trace residue. I mean, go over that thing with a rag, a toothbrush, and a sponge. Collect everything and form it all together. We're just going to pull it out, sending it to its evolutionary path so it too can transform into something beautiful. Manure, can fertilize things unless you just let it sit there and do nothing. So let it transform into its evolutionary path. Let the energy be used for something good. Don't hold on to it because you're not using it for anything that's going to serve you well. So last time, take a deep breath. I'm gonna just pull it off your shoulders. Kind of that unneeded responsibility of just stuff that's no longer working for you. Woosah, you are all good, boo. You're all good. So I hope you really enjoyed our session today of letting go of these negative thoughts in the psyche. Remember, you can do this anytime by coming back to the video, as well as going within yourself, going into your higher self and saying, hey, you, can you clear this stuff out for me? And it is super simple. It just takes willpower and trust yourself. Now I facilitate an experience, and then over time you can facilitate the experience for yourself. And then we come back as a collective to experience it together. So I'm going to clear you out. I'm going to hit you with some sage just to remove any of that lingering stuff where you're like, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take it out the house. Take the trash out. Literally, go take your trash out. That'll help too. It'll be a nice exercise. And smooth your aura, seal it with the sign of the infinity, and say, love y'all. Well, if no one has said it, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Wash your hands. Do not touch your face. Hopefully you can tell I've been glowing. I've been making my own face wash and face stuff. So I've been having a grand old time doing that. But so don't touch your face. Wash your hands. And if no one has said it to you, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I love you, and take care of yourself.